Guten Tag, hier ist der Nachtanwalt and welcome back to War 9 of Season 23, where we are taking on Forever Eternals. So first, like always, I will scout my path. This war I will start on path 2 in Section 1, fighting Elsa Bloodstone, and I just got confirmation that she's running suicides. That's why I will bring a counter for her. Also, I will fight Vision on the next node, Strike Counter Fury, Brute Force, and Power Focus 1, and then also the shared mini, the Hulkbuster. Then I thought I would be fighting that Hit Monkey, but I did not end up fighting him, which was okay. And then I went on to path 8 in Section 2, fighting Emma Frost, as well as Vision Arcus. And also the shared mini, the long shot. And I also had one mini boss fight, that Killmonger. Also, I ended up having 2 more fights on node 22 and also a shot against the Korg on Mixmaster on node 23. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But first, like I said, I will start on path 2 in Section 1, fighting against Elsa Bloodstone, and because she is running suicides, I needed to bring a mutant champ, and I wasn't fortunate enough until now to bring Omega Red to war, so this will be his debut. But first, boost up. Like I said, it's the Strike Counter Fury node, also power struggle, so I will only get a bar of power if she throws a special. And with Elsa Bloodstone, I usually try to bait her SB1 because it's pretty easy to evade. Also, it does not do a lot of block damage. And on this note, because of Strike Counter Fury, specials are starting to hit real hard, even on the block. So you see there, she's already at 10 Furies, but my Degen is ticking her down really nicely, and the fight's over in 30 seconds. Yeah, that was a pretty good start. Omega is just a great counter for Elsa Bloodstone, especially if she's running suicides. But yeah, for the next fight will be Vision with Strike Counter Fury as well as Power Focus 1 and Brute Force. And yeah, it's just a perfect placement for Corvus, because I will be able to get 2 charges. Also, if you keep his power under control and always bait his SB1, there you see he's also running suicides, which makes it easier as well. You don't really have to worry about anything. The only thing, like I said, is if you get synthesis and is above 1.5 bar of powers, then he will shoot up to his SP3. Like you saw there, he was just about 1 bar of power, so he just came to close to 2.5 bars of power. And there, just do 1 SP2 to finish him off. So now I got 2 charges, which is always fun with Corvus. Now all other Corvus fights should be pretty easy. But yeah, next fight is gonna be that Hulkbuster. He still has 1 node incoming, the Arc Overload, but it doesn't really matter because Corvus is doing so much damage at this point already that there's nothing to fear here, except maybe get hit by his SB1 or SB2. Yeah, there I just did a heavy to try to not trigger the Strike Counter Fury node, but it wasn't even necessary. You see there, he's already down. Yeah, nice and fast fight as well. That's how I like them. So the next fight is actually gonna be that Domino on, how's it called? Power Snack, I think. Yeah, Power Snack, Outlast, and Backup Recovery. And I've done this fight twice this season. I always over boosted, but yeah, I have those boosts, and it's always nice to have it a little easier to avoid the risk of dying. So that's why you see me put on those tech boosts here as well. But yeah, Warlock is just a great counter for Dominos in general, and also on this node, because he can power drain her when she hits with her second attack, which doesn't make contact. But yeah, just a basic fight. Get her infected, manage her power. I prefer baiting her SP2. Yeah, you see there, I just push her over 2 bars of power, then back off, bait an SP2, because otherwise if I trigger dexterity, she gets power snack, and then she gets way too close to 2 bars of power. Also, like I said, backup recovery, which you see there, but she hasn't had a lot of power, so it was no worries there. Just go in again, and she's dead. Yeah. So the next fight, a mate of mine went in, but got hit by a heavy attack of Korg, which critted and totally killed him. So I had the chance to fight him as well for the first time. A mate of mine placed the Magneto White pre-fight ability for the passive stun, which is on the one hand great because I can parry him without a problem, but it also means that I always get pushed back, which you see in that fight, and that's actually yeah, pretty big, like you saw there, pretty big problem if I want to build up my spores. But yeah, I was excited, haven't fought him yet on that note. Always gotta be prepared of Mixmaster, don't want to hit him on the block, or he gets his charges and then his special one becomes unblockable, and I'm not that good at evading it, so yeah, just gotta play careful, take the SP1 on the block. Yeah, try to get in some spores, do a heavy to get that degen as well, and yeah, just hold block. When I'm close to him it's perfect, because he's just ticking down really nicely. Yeah, but the block damage is pretty crazy. Yeah, but like I said, the Magneto pre-fight is good, because you can stun him perfectly, but on the other hand you get pushed back, which can become a problem. But yeah, I have the fight well under control, I would say, except that I take a lot of block damage via his SP1, but it's okay. I'm at 45%, he's at 22. If I don't do any big mistakes, the fight should be mine. But like you saw there, yeah, with the Magneto pre-fight, the pushback is pretty extensively, and that's how I lost a lot of spore damage. But yeah, it's okay. Like I always say, the main thing is to get him down without dying, and I managed it in this fight. Hopefully, we'll see. And yeah, like I said, most important thing. So another SB1 on the block, parry, go in, he has 3% left, one more combo and he's down. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect fight, would have been a problem if he had full health with my playstyle, but yeah, in this way we got him down. So next, going on to section 2, first fight is gonna be Emma Frost, and this path is pretty bad for me because I always run suicides and it has the heal block node, so I will start losing health from the beginning, but with Corvus it's not that much. I'm basically only losing the health to the poison debuff, excuse me, so it's not too bad, especially because Corvus has 2 charges now, so the fight will be pretty fast. Also, I will use a power start 1 boost, because I want to do 3 fights in a row, including the long shot mini, and for him especially, it's good to have 1 bar of power already to begin with. But yeah, basically in this fight, the nodes don't really matter. Just get to my SB2. Be sure to remove the indestructible from stubborn, and then I should be golden. Just did another combo because I wasn't sure that he would be able to do 50%, but he probably could already have finished her with still 50% left. But yeah, on to the next fight. Vision Arcus. He has Rich Get Richer, Buff Imbalance Weakness, and one other node. But it's, like I said, not that important. Just need to get to my SB2. And the fight's all over. Also, he's running Suicide, which makes it a lot easier as well. But yeah, that went good as well. And now on to the long shot. Yeah, long shot can be a tricky defender, especially almost every opponent on this node because of kinetic transference and powerful from afar, which means they will get a lot of power. But yeah, with Corvus and Power Start 1, the only thing I have to do is get to my SB2. Until then, play careful. Like you saw there, I ended my combo early to get the parry, do 1 SB2, and he's down. Yeah, that was not too bad. So, and now, once again, I will have some fights by Mathias. First, he will fight this Immortal Abomination on Ebb and Flow Intercept. Also, he will have 2 more fights, one against a Korg mini-boss on Hazard, Shift, Incinerate, Poison, and once again against a Thing boss. But yeah, first, this Immortal Abomination. He's boosted up pretty big, and he's going in with Ghost. And yeah, Ghost, just an awesome champ in general, but also for this matchup, because you can do the phase intercept to get the Fury buff. Also, he will put a lot of poison debuffs on you, which means if you face them, you'll get extra Fury buffs to just do more damage. But yeah, he's defensive, so he has to take some hits on the block. But yeah, you saw his first SB2 while protection was up, did still do 50k damage, and this without the protection just just demolished him. So yeah, like I said, I have one more fight as well, which is this Killmonger mini boss. A mate of mine placed a Magneto White pre-fight, the same as for the Korg on node 23, which means I can parry him unlimitedly, which is awesome, because on this node Killmonger has Limber, but with the Magneto pre-fight doesn't really matter, because it's not affected by that. I boosted up again, but I just wanted to be careful if I needed to throw a couple SB2s. I think he's a rank 3 and has above 225k life, so yeah, I mean, it's just some loyalty, and if you don't die, that's the most important thing, not to die. So yeah, just go in medium, light, medium for maximum damage. Get to my SB2. Be careful of his SB2. Take the SB1 on the block so I don't trigger stubborn. Get to my SB2. Have an armor break, no reverb, and 1 SB2 is already enough. So yeah, that was my contribution to the war. Was actually a pretty good war for me, finally again. Had 9 fights, no death. But now, 2 more fights by Mathias. First, like I said, Korg on Heather Shift, Incinerate Poison, and afterwards he will once again fight a Thing boss with his Void. But yeah, enough talking of me. I will just let you watch it, put on some music, and I will be back for the result. yeah, another great boss solo by Mathias. Another rank 3 6-star thing in a bin. But yeah, that was the end of our war. Fortunately, we won it. Was a great war, had a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the war. And I will see you guys on my next one. Take care.